XML stands for Extensible Markup Language, and an XML sitemap is a list of all the content on your website that you would like the search engines to crawl and index. It is not a user-oriented page, but rather it provides the search engines with a roadmap on how to crawl and index your website. In order to create your own XML sitemap, log into your WordPress website. In the left-hand menu, hover over the Yoast SEO plugin and click on General. From there, navigate to the Features tab. Once in the Features tab, you will notice that the XML Sitemaps toggle is switched to On, and Yoast has automatically created an XML sitemap for your website. Click on the question mark icon and then See XML Sitemap to view the index or master version of your XML sitemap. Your sitemap index shows crawlers where to find sub-sitemaps for each content type. By default, your XML sitemap will include sitemaps for most content types. You can identify which content type each sitemap is associated with by looking at the portion of the URL that precedes -sitemap.xml. It's time to review each one of your content type sub-sitemaps and determine if you want to include or exclude that sitemap from your sitemap index. Review each content type sub-sitemap by clicking on it. This will show you all the pages WordPress has organized under that content type. Look at the list of pages and keep an eye out for pages with thin or duplicate content. Pages with thin content are those pages that really don't have much on them and aren't going to provide much value to those looking at them. Duplicate content is content that appears in more than one place on your site. Also ask yourself if the pages within the content type are high-quality pages that you want search engines indexing and thus appearing in search results. If your answer is a uniform no for all those pages, exclude that entire content type from your sitemap index. To exclude an entire content type from your XML sitemap, go to your Yoast plugin and click on Search Appearance. From there, figure out which Search Appearance tab that content type lives under. It could live under Content Types, Media, Taxonomies, or Archives. Once you find it, switch the toggle that says Show whatever the particular content type is in search results to No. Once you switch that toggle to No, it will remove every page associated with that content type from your XML sitemap index. Lastly, scroll down and click Save Changes. Once you've hit Save Changes, go back to your XML sitemap and hit Refresh. You'll notice that the content type you just set to not appear in the search results no longer appears in your XML sitemap. What to do when in doubt? Don't exclude a content type sitemap. If you remove it from the XML sitemap, Yoast also adds no index directives to the pages within that content type. These directives tell search engines to not include each one of those pages in their index and thus search results. Once you've reviewed your XML sitemap at the content type level, it's time to review at the page and post level. Go back to your sitemap index and click on each content type sitemap. You will then see a list of all pages associated with that content type. Click on each page or post to open it. Review the content on the page. Once again, beware of thin or duplicate content and demo pages left over from your theme. When you come across a page with thin or duplicate content, exclude it from your sitemap. To exclude individual pages from your XML sitemap, click on Edit Page at the top of the page or post you want to exclude. Next, in the page editor, scroll down to the Yoast SEO meta box. Click on Advanced Settings, which is the gear icon, and set Allow Search Engines to show this page in search results to No. You can allow search engines to follow links on that page by leaving Should search engines follow links on this page set to Yes, unless you have a reason why you don't want the crawlers following those links on that page. Finally, click Update in the top right corner of the page to save the settings. Repeat this process for each page and post you wish to exclude from your sitemap. Finally, refresh your XML sitemap and review once more. Once your sitemap is free of pages with thin or duplicate content and entire content types you don't want search engines indexing, You're ready to submit your XML sitemap index to Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster Tools. Before submitting your sitemap to Google Search Console, complete Step 4, Search Engine Verification. If you've completed Step 4, please continue. Navigate to your XML sitemap index through Yoast like you just did. Copy the path portion of your sitemap. In the majority of cases, this is going to be sitemap_index.xml. Next, log into Google Search Console. Click on your website, and then in the left-hand navigation under Crawl, click on Sitemaps. Next, in the upper right corner, click on Add/Test Sitemap. Now paste in your URL path, which should be sitemap_index.xml, in order to add your sitemap. Click Submit and refresh the page. Check back in a few hours or the next day to see if Google Search Console processed your sitemap, and review any messages or errors that it might have found. Next, it's time to submit your sitemap to Bing Webmaster Tools. To submit your sitemap to Bing Webmaster Tools, copy your sitemap's full URL. Now, log into Bing Webmaster Tools. Click on your website. In the Sitemap section of your dashboard, click on Submit a Sitemap. Paste in your sitemap's full URL and click Submit. Check back in a few hours or the next day to see if Bing Webmaster Tools process your sitemap and review any messages or errors it may have found. You know you're done with this step when you've reviewed your XML sitemap at the content type and page level, and you've submitted it to Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster Tools. Great work! You've just given search engines a roadmap for exploring your website and indexing it.